Hello, everybody. I'm here to go over the way to use Gappsy, a website that allows you to build mobile applications for iOS and Android, similar to how WordPress and Wix are used to build web applications. So right away, we could go right into Manage, and we have our homepage segment of the menu selected. This right here is an example of the iDayDream Studio app. You have your templates here. You have the way it looks right there on the preview. These are all menu items that pertain to different features. I'll go over features in a little bit. But right now, I'll give you just an example of a social wall, what it looks like, how you can interact with your iPhone interface. So right here, you could go into layouts, and you could choose a template for your layout. You could scroll through and find out which one looks the best. The colors aren't set in stone. You could definitely customize the colors. You could customize the icons. You could go and each one has some features. There's some with options. There's some default ones. You could go through and find out which one looks best for you. You could even customize the background. You could add cropping and framing to any sort of layer that you've designed on your own. This was how it would look like in the background of your phone. You could have iOS, Android, status bars, and you can even customize the font. So in the colors here, you could basically customize each of the CSS elements like headers, home pages, buttons, badges, all these check marks with individual colors. Is pretty straightforward. You just pick one and go in and change the color. Each feature has certain elements already attached to it, like it comes with cards or it comes with headers. Each feature does. And you could go in and see how it would look by changing the color and then seeing it on the demo right next to you. Now in the features, there are a wide variety of features. They're each broken up into categories. The social category allows you to interact with other people, find a location. For example, the social wall that I was showing you before, this one allows you to post based off your account, look at other people's posts, look at where they're posting from, and all sorts of things like that. There's like contests, everything that involves a group of people online, social media, anything like that. Social networking, appointments, attendance, contests. There's media, which is audio, visual, radio. There's contact, which involves features such as calling a cab, booking something. There's monetization, which is the biggest feature here is the e-commerce store. You could have coupons, you could have meal plans, a catalog which showcases all your e-commerce products. Customization, you could have source codes, links, and the miscellaneous items has to do with your locations, stuff like that. You can see I have a bunch of links already, a bunch of features already designed. We'll go over them in a few. So the application segment of that menu has everything to do with how your application looks like on your phone or on your device. They have options for you to change your icon, change the push notification banner. You could upload your icon there as well, and also change the color of it, and you could see how it looks like in the top bar right there, and also what the banner looks like. The splash screen you could customize the same way you customized your home screen. Any sort of picture will do that fits the requirements. And yeah, you could have your web app link. The publication part is the most important part because this is where you decide whether you have ads in your application or whether you want iOS, Android, or both. You need to generate source codes for each of them depending on it. For Android, you need to generate an APK, and that's how you publish your Android app. So each feature of the application has the ability to be customized in a way that you could add icons to it and pictures. And the way you add pictures in general are two different ways. There's an image uploader here. You could download an image from your computer, basically drag and drop it into the uploader. And from there, you're going to receive a link. And you use this link right here for whenever it asks you for a URL. So, for example, if you're using source code, the best way to use your URL is to put it right there in the image tag. And there are other places that ask you for a URL rather than a drag and drop. So that's the best way to get your picture. Okay, so now you have API keys. This is where you can use them for Google Maps, Twitter, Facebook, any sort of thing that's offered here. Because when you go back to the features, you basically have options to use Twitter, use Google Maps, use Facebook, use anything like weather related, all the contact and social media stuff would definitely require these API keys. And there's different ways of generating each API key, which allows you to kind of access the interface of those applications. And for example, right here, it asks you for the API key for Google Maps. And you can pretty much access Google Maps depending on if you have a Google developer account. And that's about it for the tutorial. I hope it was helpful and it went over everything that needed to be. This website is pretty easy to use. It's drag and drop. Features are very straightforward and it doesn't have too much to think about. You just need to understand how you want your app to look like and choose from whatever it offers.